episode 49 of Fist of the North Star. 1 point. The keyword for this episode is going to be power. Again, it's the only exception to this series. I'm actually going to repeat this keyword a few times again. And it's going to be kind of like a series within this series, so it's going to be a few episodes. This is the second episode. I want to make like this kind of continuity in the power keyword because power is very interesting in such a shonen typical fighting anime, right? Because it's this idea that it's just fighting for kids. It's not. In animes, these are narrative tools, so they mean something. Very quickly, off the top of my head, in Steins Gate, for example, traveling in time most of the time means regret. In the beginning, it rather means irresponsibility. Then it means responsibility. They mean something. In Kiseiju, parasites, they symbolize human beings, and it's almost completely explicit towards the end of the anime. So what matters is the symbol, not the thing itself. You have to see what it means, what it's talking about. So power is a narrative tool. It's the main narrative tool in such fighting animes because you get more powerful thanks to something, and you beat the enemy, the antagonist, evil. Good wins thanks to something. Thanks to what? Well, those are the things that also exist in real life and that we have to also get and apprehend and live for, let's say, or that are going to give a meaning to our life, actually. That's why animes are great. Anyway, in the previous episode, with the same keyword, right, that was episode 22, last episode of part 1, Kenshiro against Shin, we said that what made Kenshiro more powerful is simply his faith, obsession, right, meaning. We use these words pretty synonymously, let's say. Well, that's pretty explicit in the anime, but we said that it's his faith and obsession to protect the code of the Hokuto Shinken. That's very important. So to be powerful, you need meaning. This is the thing that we've repeated the most so far. You need to believe in something. More precisely, let's say, transcendent, something that's true. Something that's, let's say, sacred, a glorious thing. Okay? That was the previous episode. In this episode, I simply want to say, I said it in the previous episode already, but let's keep this one shorter and more simple to counterbalance, let's say, the previous one. And so we'll get more later. The second thing is anger. And it's not explicit, so it's fine to say it now, that what made Kenshiro stronger against Rao is, of course, anger. By the way, anger that he could get, hardly, but still, before Toki dies, let's say, and that, let's say, anger is in the shape of sadness and everlasting, even though he'll still get a lot of that. But anyway, so it's not explicit, and we especially get it here. So we got it with Shin, that was explicit, and we especially get it here, and we don't get it that much later, as in it's direct anger. Okay, so I'm keeping it short. That's essentially what I wanted to say, and so we're going to get more of this, and stay tuned for the next episodes.